What's up, everyone? This is Nate, and I'm back with another Out of the Theater review. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get to this week because we did have a hurricane come through Florida, so my local theater is closed. However, there was a Regal about 30 minutes away that happened to be open, so I went to check out Terrifier 3. Now, I'm pretty sure I reviewed Terrifier 2 when that came out for the channel here, but I know I never reviewed Terrifier 1. I'm going to give you my quick thoughts on those, and then I'll review the third one. Before I do, if you would, please consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already, and hit the bell icon. That way you get notified every time new videos drop. Also, if you don't mind, just give me a thumbs up down below. It helps the video out. And leave me a comment. I want to know if you liked this movie, if you don't like it, if you want to see it, if you don't want to see it. I want to know your thoughts on the film. Okay, Terrifier 1, I'm not a fan. I do not enjoy that movie. I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's scary. It's very cheap. It has horrible acting. I know people gravitate towards it because of Art the Clown and being sort of a new, a slasher villain, type character, but I'm not into that movie at all. I did go see Terrifier 2 at the theater, and it's a significantly better movie than Terrifier 1. I still didn't love it. It's just not my style of horror, I guess. A lot of the stuff that worked for others didn't quite work for me. It's too long, and the gore, it's over the top, and there's a lot of kills in it. They're very violent, very brutal, but too rubbery looking to me. It's practical effects, which is commendable, but they look cheap, and I don't think they are that incredible. That's just my opinion. So Terrifier 3, going in, that movie was all Halloween kind of centric. This one's Christmas, which, coming out early October, I feel like missed opportunity. I think they maybe should have put it out near Christmas. I get cashing in on the October spooky vibes and season, but if you're going to do a Christmas horror, maybe closer to Christmas, I don't know. So this movie's set at Christmas time. Art the Clown is back. If you've seen the no spoilers here, of course, but if you've seen the other movie, that's interesting. He's back and he's ready to kill. So we do have the same characters from the last movie. She is returning as well as her brother. This one, I will give it some credit. It is a bit tighter than Terrifier 2 in the story department. It's not as long. It's about 30 minutes shorter, but it's still 2 hours and 5 minutes, which is long for a slasher movie, which is what this essentially is. I don't know. It is tighter, though. I will give it credit there. Definitely, I think the performances here, the acting in each movie has been a little bit better than the one before. So I thought the acting here was solid. It was definitely not as bad as Terrifier 1. I liked everybody in this. I will say I like the sort of the aesthetic. It looks very 80s, obviously. Even the way the film looks, it looks very 80s. It has that vibe to it, which I thought was pretty cool. And it has cool music. I like that. On a technical level, I think Damien Leone he's really sort of coming into his own with these movies as far as a director is concerned. I do think he has what I will find to be a great movie in him in the future. So far, I think he's kind of working his way up. This movie's fine, but I have some of the same issues that I have with the prior one and prior two, really. And that is that the story doesn't do much for me here. Art the Clown, the way he keeps coming back, I'm confused. I don't understand it. And then they kind of try to explain it in this one a little bit, but even then I'm I don't get it. You look at the classic slashers, your Freddys, your Jasons, your Michael Myers, which this guy, Art the Clown, is kind of being put on that sort of, pedestal as the next slasher villain. But their stories, those movies, good or bad, and there's a lot of bad ones, you kind of understand for the most part how those villains work. I still don't really understand how Art the Clown works. And maybe that's intentional and maybe it's not. I don't know. But it's just a little confusing to me. And then because of that, a lot of the stuff that happens in the movie, I'm just like, whoa, why is that happening? Or why is that happening? And it really requires a lot of just you kind of going with it and being like, you know what? I don't really care too much. I just want to see some kills. And if that's what you're looking for, this movie delivers. I will say that this movie absolutely delivers. High body count. Again, really gory kills. Some creativity in this one. They did a few different things. He has a gun. He makes a gun out of a liquid nitrogen thing, which is pretty cool. So it's super violent. My problem again, though, is everything looks so rubbery. I keep seeing these reports of people are I don't believe them. People are puking and walking out of the theater. I'm like, how? It doesn't look real. It doesn't at all. Everything is rubbery and smushy looking. So I don't know. I think it's fun. there's some fun kills, and I could see the enjoyment of this movie from that perspective. But for me, it doesn't work on the whole, like as a film. I'm not super crazy with the Terrifier movies. I don't like them as much as everyone else. I am going to give this one a 6 out of 10 because I don't think it's a bad movie. It's just not my cup of tea per se, but I could still recognize the entertainment value. And I could see other people if you like these movies, you're going to love it, I think. If you don't, this won't sway you. So I'll just kind of put it that way. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on Terrifier 3. I will be back next week with another Out of the Theater review. So until then, take it easy.